in each unsafe behavior I see. So then I came across something that's unexpected to me. They want to put our lives in danger with something so major. They're trying to put oil tanks in our hometown. If we let them do that, our town's going down. We could have saved a lot of lives by helping all of us survive. With us acting with reasonable care, we can use what we need and still leave some to spare. We can start on the process of setting things straight, clean up our environment before it's too late. With each risk that you take, it's not only your life or your health that's at stake. The question asked or thing you say could help them live another day. If you see a risk and walk away, then hope you never say, I could have saved a life that day, but I chose to walk away.
The first question we have to ask today is, why are we here? Basically one reason is they want to put a dynamite factory right in our backyard. They want to put a dynamite factory in our backyard with crude oil bombs right next to housing. Turn around and look at that. I mean, look at that. You could throw a rock from these homes and hit those crude oil tanks. And on top of that, next to schools, churches, and our delta. And another thing too is everybody watch the news. We all see those crude oil, those bombs that are blowing up, those rolling bombs. They want to put that right next to housing in Parkside. Well, Pittsburgh is a little bit different. We got Pittsburgh pride here. We don't put up with that. We don't put up with that, Pittsburgh. We don't put up with that. We come together and stand.
So what is the Wespac project? It's a danger to our city with serious environmental and health impact. Wespac wants to fill those tanks behind you with 242,000 barrels of crude oil per day. They want to bring it in by ships and trains. This will open up the doors to asthma, cancer, leukemia, and other serious illness just from the emissions alone. The trains are another danger. More than 100 tanker cars will roll through our city carrying crude oil. It will be like having bombs on train tracks because when they derail, they blow up.
The issue is this. What will happen? What will happen if something major occurs? What will the first responders find when they get there? What will they be able to do if you have a community in flames? What will be left? Nothing. So I ask you to, I'm gonna get off it. So I ask you to stand with all of us in our fight to stop the Wespac, because the first responders cannot save a community that's in flames. Thank you.
In a county that you haven't been able to put a log on the fire for the whole month of December due to particulates in the air, it makes no sense for you to open up the doors to Wespac, who've openly said that they're going to pollute in our community. That's right. Why? Because it's always been an industrial city. Well, when you know better, you do better.
Oh, they want to get rid of the asthma, but they want to substitute it with cancer. That don't make no sense, right? So I just wish that you guys was all dedicated and as strong as I was to come up here and support this, because I have a 2-year-old son. I sure in hell don't want him to breathe in that stuff.
Oil has got to go. One, two, three, four, no, Wespac out our door. Our kids, safety, clean air.
civilized when you're destroying the earth. We can talk about history, theories, political ideology. But that doesn't mean... Yeah.
Heck no!
Like a photo op.
Hell no, Wespac. That's what I'm talking about. That's the way to get it started. Hell no. Wespac! Wespac! There you go. This project would undoubtedly create wealth. But where will that wealth wind up? In the hands of the already wealthy oil elite? And what will the honest citizens of Pittsburgh receive? At a minimum, there will be much more pollution of our air, water, and soil. Worst case, we become an environmental wasteland like every other oil-drenched disaster.
And so, you know, in my work, I've been able to travel to all kinds of communities like Pittsburgh, where there's a company, you know, Wespac goes by a bunch of different names, Chevron, Valero, whomever, whatever, trying to make money, digging up a town like Pittsburgh and saying, you know, we're going to give you this many jobs, and then we're going to pollute everything here, and you know, it's a good deal for you. It's a good deal for you. And in those communities, what I've seen is like, it's crazy. Down in Riverside, I saw a community where the babies on their elementary school playground, their nosebleeds, just because they were close to a factory. Or our friends in Richmond, where the accident happened, it flared up, and then all the gardeners brought their rotten vegetables, and they said, you tell us this didn't do something to our lungs? You crazy. You are crazy. Right? But I've also seen those same communities come together and rise up and fight these things. Every single time, right? So I'm proud to be with y'all today to say that there is no price on our health. There's no price on the lungs of my two nieces right over there. They're 2.5, and 6 months. There's no price on the security of my cousin who lives on West 8th, about a block from that project. There is no price on my pride for Pittsburgh and this community. All right? So I'm proud to be here with y'all. And I want you to know this is like the middle of something. A bunch of us started it, and then we're getting rolling. This is going to continue past today, and we have to stay strong and tell them we are not going anywhere. Right? All right, so I'm going to end on a little chant. And George said, you know, music makes the world go round. So you ready to do a little chant with me? Yeah. All right, so we're not just against Wespac, but we're actually for something. So I'm going to say, tell me what you want, what you really want. You're going to say justice. And then I'm going to say, tell me what you need, what you really need. Clean air. Tell me what you want, what you really want. Justice! Tell me what you need, what you really need.
Clean air!
Tell me what you want, what you really want.
Justice!
Tell me what you need, what you really need.
And, you know, one of the things that we learned in Richmond was that the pollution is not just in the air or in the ground or in the water. The pollution is also in the politics. The campaign contributions that are made by the corporations, whether it's Chevron, whether it's Wespac, whether it's POSCO, whether it's Dow Chemical, and the politicians that they have in their pocket like so many nickels and dimes, is what pollutes the politics and takes away the democracy that we deserve as a people. So one of the things, you know, that I'm out here for is that many of us in the Sunflower Alliance, Communities for a Better Environment, and 350 and others have been working together across the entire Bay Area because we understand the Wespac project, the Valero project in Benicia, the Phillips 66 project in Rodeo, and the upcoming Chevron project in Richmond are all connected. What we know is that the oil companies are a criminal cartel. They talk about the Colombians. What about the oil industry?
Those consultants or those people that are proposing this project, they don't live nowhere around here in Pittsburgh. They're in safety somewhere, and all they want to do is make a profit at your expense and my expense. And we're here to tell them no. Those planning commissioners, those city council members, if they think that they will approve of this here project and get away scot-free, they are sadly wrong. They would be co-conspirators, and we would track them down and give them the justice that they deserve also. Because if they want to put us at
risk. They want to put our community at risk, put the lives of our children at risk. They're not going to get away scot-free. Those decision makers, if they want to vote for this project, we should find out who they are, and when those city councils and planning commissions meet, we should be there to occupy those seats and let them know that it ain't no more business as usual, and ain't no more free rides. If anything, you're going to get around out of this town. All power to the people.